Today we're going over how to set up Halo Ball. First things first, you need 2 trees or poles within 40 feet of each other. Once you have that, let's go over everything that comes in a Halo Ball set. First up, we have the sky ball. Next, we have the rim with the net pre-attached. Then we have the ratchet with line. Then the ratchet protector. And lastly, you should have 2 yellow Velcro straps. Your first step is to take your line and ratchet, where you'll take the ratchet and lay it right down by the tree. From there, you'll take the rest of the line and you'll walk it around both trees. Now that I'm back to the original tree, I can put this line down, and one thing we always suggest to do, but is completely optional, is to untwist all the loops out of the line. To do that, you'll start at the ratchet, grab the line, and smooth through it so that there's no twist. And you'll do this around both trees. Now that I have an untwisted line, I can take the loose end of the line and feed it through the ratchet. There's a little slit in the axle of the ratchet that this line will go through. You put it through and back out where it came from. Once it's through, you can pull out the rest of the slack. Now that nearly all of the slack is gone, I'm going to crank the ratchet 5 times just to lock it in place. You don't want the line to be too tight at this stage, and you'll see why in a second. So now that the ratchet's locked, we can now raise the line up to the height that we want to play at. If you have 2 people, you can raise the line at the same time, but if you're setting up alone, you'll have to go back and forth to shimmy it up to the height that you want to play at. Now that I've raised both ends of the line to the height that I want to play at, and they match even heights, I can crank the ratchet fully tight. You'll want to make sure you crank your ratchet as tight as it can go, so once it gets hard to crank, you'll want to utilize a half crank. You can pull the trigger slightly to get it halfway, and then you'll push forward and back 1 click at a time. Once your ratchet is fully tight, you can push it closed and leave it like that. This is where you grab your ratchet protector and wrap it around the ratchet. This next step is optional. You can use the extra yellow strap to take all the excess line and neatly fold it away. The setup process is nearly done. The last step is to just drop the rim onto the line, and you'll also need these yellow Velcro straps to lock it to the line. You can use the built-in slits underneath the rim to smoothly drop it onto the line. Once you've done that, you'll take your strap and stick it through the hole and around the rim again. And that's it. You just set up Halo Ball. Congratulations. If you're looking for any Halo Ball merch, head to our website for that. And as always, if you film any crazy posters or wild clips, send them to us via DM or email, and we may feature you on our socials. Happy Halo Balling.